Welcome to Healing in Progress. On this episode of the Healing in Progress podcast, we're doing something a little bit differently this time. So instead of just me here today with one guest, it's me and Sharique and our two friends, the Bunches.
You. I'm your soundboard now.
Yes, you are. If you can't tell, it's a fun group. These are our friends through food, through joy, through just connection, through entrepreneurship. And we're really excited to have them on because we haven't had a couples episode. And these are our friends we've been trying to hang out with for a long time, and they're always so busy, you know, running businesses, working, being parents, and all kinds of other stuff. And so I wanted to have them on to talk about what it's like to heal as entrepreneurs, to be in love as business owners, as parents, as, you know, friends, and how you show up for yourselves and you show up for each other. So if you would like to introduce yourself, because there's a whole lot of things and there's two of y'all, take a moment.
You want to go first or I should go first?
You go first.
Okay. How y'all doing? I'm Valencia from the Edible Bunch. I am the head food creator of the Edible Bunch. I'm also a mother. I'm also a chef, of course, like personally and business-wise. Let me see. I'm also a Leo. Okay, coming up August 11. Clock it. I'm also a lover of this beautiful man right here. And honestly, if you can put me in a box, which you really can't, I'm just a whole creative type of person. Creative type of soul. Like, my hands are my power, might I say. Like, I can draw. Not as good as him, but I can still draw. I can paint. I can cook. My hidden talents. What else can I do? I like to just do things with my hands. Like that's me. I'm more of a hands-on type of person. And let me see. I love nature. I love being outside. Water is my favorite thing to be around. Beaches, sunrise and sunsets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's poetic. Me. We could never put you in a box.
No, I know you really can't.
There's no box that will fit you.
I know. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. As a Leo. A true Leo.
A true Leo.
That's my dad's birthday too, August 11th.
We talked about that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Love that day. It's a good day. And Myles, who are you?
So for me, after hearing all that, I feel like I don't want to compete with that.
Don't compete. Don't compete, babe.
But, man, I'm Myles Bunch. I'm born and raised in Las Vegas. I was raised in a family that owned and operated a bar and lounge called Shay's Place. Okay. So that was like my upbringing as, you know, the start of my entrepreneur mindset, because I thought that was normal. You know, I thought everybody's family had some type of business, you know.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when you grow up, you don't know, though, you know. So,
not at all.
For me, though, I would say I'm a co-founder and visionary for the Edible Bunch. I'm Aquarius, the opposite of the Leo, but I think that's our connection. And I see myself as a visionary now. Maybe not back then, but now I see it because, like, it's not that I'm in the future, and I don't even see myself as knowing the future. I kind of feel it, right? Because I even think about some things that I thought about as a child, and it's happening. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but it's happening now. But I felt that as a child, you know? So I see myself as a visionary, even for me and for those around me. Like, I feel like I attract ideas. Yeah. And sometimes people don't listen because they like, how you know? But, you know, it's a spiritual thing. Yeah, because it'll manifest one way or another. Because these ideas aren't mine. They are, but it's not like if I don't use it, somebody else is going to use it. It's gonna come out somewhere else. I see it all the time. I have an idea for something and I don't act on it, and then I see it on Instagram. Yep. You know, it's like somebody gonna manifest. You know, so outside of that, I'm a father to 3 beautiful daughters.
All girls.
All girls. Yeah. All girls. Yeah. That's been now that's a healing process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, it showed me a different side of myself. All three of them. And all three of them tap into a different part of me. So that, for real, that's been a growth and heal. Yeah, I could say that for sure. But I mean, there's so much more.
Yeah, she said you an artist. You drawing all
and
nice and good.
That comes from generations. My father was an artist. Like, he was way better than me. I don't know why he gave up, but that's what caused me to tap into mine. And then all three of my daughters can draw because I showed them early. So yeah, it's something that we're kind of passing on. I don't do much with it, but I've been trying to be more active with it lately.
Yeah,
just incorporating it in what I do. And
it's difficult to be as creative as you want to be when you have all the other responsibilities and priorities on the list. We kind of put creativity on on the side. Sometimes. He's an artist too. He's been drawing since we met, but he hasn't drawn anything in a long time.
I mean,
fell off for sure.
Are you going to introduce yourself, Sharique? Are you going to, tell them about you?
We've had an entire episode together, but go ahead.
I watched that.
I know, who are you?
I would say I definitely am a multi-creative person. So, I am the producer of this wonderful show here. I do love editing videos. I draw myself, but not like I used to. I fell off, but I found passion in other things. Like, I like to be creative. As long as it's bringing me joy, then I can work with it. And I like what we're doing here now because it kind of coincides with the passion that I have as of late, which is editing videos for people, editing and creation, and being a part of the creation of something that's being molded behind the scenes, type of thing. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we talk about that too, how, like, over the past few years, especially as, adopting entrepreneurship as our primary thing, like, he's kind of become so many different versions of himself that he's still finding what that looks like for him now. It's been quite the journey.
Yes, has been. And I'll say that's kind of difficult for me too, being a Scorpio. We're just known for, like, just being able to just dabble into, like, different passions and be, like, really good at those things, but then sometimes we'll put some of those things to the side, and I'm trying to find my way to juggle all those things.
So, is that good for the introduction?
Absolutely, thank you.
Yes, of course. Want to make sure that you are seeing her.
Yeah, see, if you had those rings, we'd be like, ding, ding, ding.
So, tell us about the edible bunch. What is that?
Ooh, that's kind of heavy. That's like a real, I need you to be more specific on.
Well, no, I see it as the edible bunch is our lifestyle, really.
Yeah, if you put that into a whole.
If you put it into a whole. So the edible bunch, like, when we came up with it, we wanted to find a way to do business and still be authentic to who we are, so that we're never, like, masking. We're never wearing a mask. So what you see is what you get. And it's all through the edible bunch. Like, even from the time that you see our tent out there, that's her. Like, that's her artistic, her touch on the view of it. That's when the music we're playing when you walk up while she's dancing in the back. Primarily it's me doing that because I like the vibe. I like music, but I like her music too. So I vibe that with what I do, And my music it's a vibe. Like, even people that probably know me from high school listen to songs and be like, I know you playing that. When people come in the dispensary where I work, they be like, this your playlist, huh? They already know, like, but everybody's in there, like, even the pale skin. They're like, they're in there. Oh my God. They're in there vibing too. And I just got a vibe.
They feel it.
They feel it, but the edible bunch is all that. It's just us.
It's just who we are.
It's our diet. It's like, and we don't pretend to know it all. We don't know it all. We're learning, and we want people to know that. So if you see, hey, we shouldn't be using this type of sugar, say that. Like, I'm not the know-it-all be-all. I'm learning. We're transitioning. The edible bunch has been a transition. It's to help people transition. we're not trying to tell you to go vegan, but if this is something you want to do, I can show you how to do it. Then that's kind of, in a nutshell, the Edible Bunch.
Since we started, it's paralleled our life with everything.
Yeah. I don't even know if you mentioned that it was plant-based or vegan when you were talking about it.
No, because again, only reason why we put plant-based or vegan up there is just so people would automatically know who we are, right? Or what we just sell, right? Yeah. But technically, we just make good food. And a lot of our customers aren't really vegan customers or plant-based customers. They dibble and dabble. Or they smell the good food or it looks good. They just want it because it's good. So that's just what we are. I mean, you can say that we're plant-based, but we just like making good food.
We don't put labels on who we are. Like,
no,
I don't go
that's
around,
kind of hard.
Like, I'm vegan. Like, I don't go around proving that point. You know, that's just how we eat. And that happens to have that label.
Yeah.
But even down to our daughter, our first event was, but I'll say this, we did our first event to the point where I'm talking about we only had a 4x4 table. We had a purple tablecloth that she got from the 99-cent store. She had bought some succulents that we still have some of the plants like in our house, and they're bigger now. But like this lady told us that she thought we was going to go somewhere because of the setup with the lack of what we had, but the presentation was still good. 2 days later, though, she found out she was pregnant. So like our daughter is like almost a physical manifestation of us starting this business.
Wow.
And we've put the same love into both. Like, she's amazing, but like it's like they're growing together.
Yeah.
Like to the point where she's taking orders now. Like she's 6.
They've always been with us. I would say the oldest two actually started before I was pregnant. They were out with little Edible Bunch T-shirts on, giving out samples of fried cauliflower, letting people taste it.
Come eat my daddy food. Like for real.
It's so good. She don't even like it. Just be telling people it's so good.
Support is real.
She not even vegan.
It needs to be your kids. Like they should be on team Edible Bunch.
Yeah. And now Maddox, she'll come and work out and help. My goddaughter's always there. Ivory, of course, I met the colorful one, and then Sharique is always there. Yeah. Now she's learning how to write through taking orders from the Edible Bunch. So
it's a family business.
It's a family thing. It really, really is. As a brand, this is who we are. When you come to us, of course, he said there's little intricates of little designs. That's me. Then you have the vibe, and then you have him talking to people and connecting with people. Then people that come around the back and come and talk to me and ask me questions while I'm cooking. They forget they're talking to us about 20-30 minutes.
Yeah. And even the food is even us to the point where our dishes come from us sitting at the house like, man, you know what? We haven't had a barbecue burger in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, how should we make this barbecue burger?
We gonna just keep going, baby. We're not even gonna go there.
But and even like that came from us going to Carl's Jr. one night.
Wow.
Them messing up my what it was, the
Beyond Meat burger.
Yeah.
The Western, the Beyond Western.
And they had put bacon on it.
Put bacon.
Soggy old fried onion rings. See, I'll be really mad about that. I never. I said, throw that in the trash. I'm about to go home and make you a better burger. Come on.
And literally, that's where
we was up late night making a burger. Like, no, we can make it like this. And even, I mean, it still isn't. It wasn't what it is now.
Right.
But just the beginning of it, like, we about to make this way better. Because I don't know what this is. And why did we pay $40
for that?
I looked at him when you said that because he talks about that burger all the time. And isn't it the burger we had when we met them?
Yeah.
The first match.
The first,
yeah.
I forgot which story I was at. It was a big corner store, but it was like
Easy Days.
Easy Days. And we were doing it was either Love Jones or we were just there selling food or something.
Y'all were just selling food.
I think it was just
somebody
selling
was
food
performing.
out there.
I don't know. It was music being played, and then like other vendors of some sort, different types of vendors and stuff.
Oh no, you know what? I think that was one of her events.
Oh, one of her.
That was one of her events. Yeah, and when we was in the kitchen, remember she let us have a little kitchen.
Right. Yeah.
Yes,
So
but
that was a dope
Had
story.
that good burger. That burger was so good.
That burger
But
is
that's
still
where-
good.
It's still
I was
good.
like, man.
that's where it all comes from. Though.
That's when we were deep in our vegan plant-based bag. We
Yeah.
were just really happy to have met folks that look like
Black
us
folks that have some
that are
vegan food.
making good food. I mean, to the point where he still talks about it to this day. And
right.
if we pull up to y'all and you don't have that burger on the menu, a part of him
Yes.
dies inside.
I know.
Like a little bit.
I know. I can't please everybody all the time. I cannot do that. Somebody want this,
Yeah.
somebody want tacos,
People-
somebody want tamales, somebody
You
want
know,
burgers, somebody
People
want
be asking
catfish.
for that burger though.
Yeah.
They do.
They be
But we
asking
only bring
for
it out
that
during the
burger.
summertime.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
summertime now, so you
It's
know,
barbecue.
be looking
I mean,
out.
not last time we saw them, but
Yeah.
you know, there's
We,
exceptions.
because
Oh, yeah, I know, yeah.
there's new items on the menu. That's
And
why.
we like new items. We like new items.
Oh,
We-
don't
We
start,
love a-
Jasmine.
We love a new
I
item.
love
Don't
it.
Don't start.
How do you navigate like fulfilling the needs of everyone and staying true to what it is you want to do in your business?
I listen to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays I listen to myself even more. So from like down to the menu, down to what should we buy, how much should we buy? Because we sell out a lot, right? But if my spirit tells me and my pockets tells me that's all I can buy, that's all I can buy. You show up early,
Yeah.
you get the food. You show up late, you don't. I don't know what
Yeah.
to tell you. But I listen to myself. What to choose, take the event as a whole. What type of community is it serving to? What time of the year? Also, how am I feeling? And what do I have going on for the week? What can I actually do? What can he actually do? And then we can go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, literally all those things.
Yeah.
Because all of that affects what's gonna get prepped.
What's going to get prepped? What's going to get done? How much sleep
Yeah.
we can do? How much work? Because just because we do this event this weekend doesn't mean we have
Yeah.
other events and catering and inquiries rolling in.
Right.
As we're prepping, as we're shopping, as we're doing all these things are still rolling in. So we have to be able to strategize and kind of take it easy. In the beginning, we were taking everything, going
Everything.
everywhere, saying yes to everything. And we were making a lot of money, but we were also burnt out.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were also burnt out. So
that was
was
the
a lot.
most money we made in the first couple of years. But like she said, by the end of the year, we was like,
Yeah. I didn't have time for like relaxation.
Tired, ready to stop everything, just sleep.
No, for real, burnt out.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's how we do it.
good. And how do you take care of yourself in the midst of doing all of the different running around the events? I've been at events with y'all. One of you dips off to go get something that y'all done ran out of.
Yeah.
'Cause it's so busy. I've seen you in many different emotions and feelings as you're navigating what you're doing. How do you balance out taking care of yourself and looking out for each other when you're dealing with all of that?
I'm accepting more that it comes with this type of industry that we are in, right? My complaints might be because I'm thinking, this is the life I want to live right here. But living in reality now, we're still grinding. We're still in the beginning stages of our business. We've been in it for 4 or 5 years actively, but we're still at the beginning stage. We don't even have a storefront yet. And we still do a lot. So imagine that comes with a lot more responsibilities that you guys know, you know. But me taking it slow right now is, okay, on Wednesday, our off days, what are we going to do? Are we going to do a little bit of work and then we're going to chill the rest of the day? Because that's what I look forward to.
Yeah.
On the days I don't have prep work or computer work to do, I'm going to sit at home and not do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to clean. I'm not going to do clothes. I'm going to sit here and watch TV. I'm going to sit here and read maybe a little bit of book, or I'm going to go to sleep early. Making sure that I kind of work out a little bit in the morning before I go to work. So I have that mindset. And then while I'm at work, I think about not to complain at work because I already have my own business. I don't need to be here. I'm only here for this.
Yeah.
Get my money, learn what I need to learn from this experience, and go home. So that doesn't distract me from my ultimate goal with Edible Bunch. Now when I get home, I'm done. I'm done. I can only do what I can do. Now I do live true to my moment when I'm at these events. I've cried. I've been angry. Probably bickered. Probably laughing and dancing. And live all that transparent in anybody. Like, I would be crying, like, I can't talk to you right now. If I talk to you, if you give me a hug, I'm just going to just bawl. And I'll work through that. But outside of that, make sure I schedule something. If it's paint, what's Anicia's business called? Paint.
Girls' Night In.
Girls' Night In, yep. So I'll look into those type of events. Look into what type of events you guys got going on for the month. Pick one or two, and then kind of just schedule around that.
To make sure you're doing something outside of the business. Yeah, I think it's just...
what do you do, baby?
I don't know.
I'm more of like, I gotta do this and this and this and this. He's like, we can do it. We're good.
Because for me, it's a mindset, right? I just understand what I'm doing right now, so I don't look at it like that. And to be honest, like, I'll say having her around makes me remember, hey, you should just take some time to go do this and that, because my mindset is like, I got to get this done. Like, I've been talking about doing this restaurant since probably 9th grade. Like, I'm talking about it, meaning just mentioning it coming up, saying this, saying that. So this is just like, my mindset is like, okay, I got to do this. I got to make this done. Like, I'm okay with sacrificing what I need to sacrifice for right now, because I know what I'm working towards. But like, I think the trips for me do it for me. So like, I like to travel, but I don't be thinking about planning it. For her, this is something that's always on her mind. She planning stuff for next year. Like,
sound like us.
But
I'm gonna work these 3-4 months because I'm about to go on this trip.
And that's okay,
My
because
life for the week.
for me, it's just like, let's do it, but let's like put away for it. Let's be smart about it. Let's not go splurge and come back and we broke. Like, that don't make sense, So I love the fact that she thinks like that, because otherwise it probably won't get done if you're leaving it up to me, because I wait till the last minute, or whatever the case may be. But I just feel like, I don't know, like, she helps me with that, right? Okay. Because I'm okay with what I'm doing. Like, I feel like this is my purpose. So like, it doesn't weigh down on me. I think sometimes I sit back and be like, you know what, maybe I need to get out a little bit. But to be honest, making sure she's doing what she want to do, my daughter, making sure she is smiling and just thinks she has the world. My 13-year-old, she's into her friends right now. Like, I just seeing them happy. Like, my Father's Day, she'd be like, what you want to do for Father's Day? Take y'all out. Like, that's I feel like, because I feel like it's Father's Day. I want to celebrate being who I am. You know what I'm saying? So my daughters know when Father's Day come around, they getting presents. And I'm buying them stuff on Father's Day, because that's what I like to do. That's what make me happy. So
he's like that example. I'm like, boy, it's hot outside. He'd be like, see, this was wrong with the people. Your body needs to get used to being hot outside. It's not hot, it's your mental. I'm like, no, it's really 127.
It's actually hot outside.
It's not. It's the way you think about it. I'm like, you know what? But
it's all mindset.
It's all mindset.
I'm telling you, I really be thinking like I'm getting charged in the sun. Like, when I go outside, I be like, it's not hot. I'm good. I'm supposed to be hot.
I'm supposed to be hot.
Think about this though, right? Vibrations. When when vibes get faster and faster, what happens? It heats up, right? Yeah. So like, we black, melanin, we probably supposed to be hot. That's why we're okay in the sun. It's our vibrations, right? So I don't know. That's just how I think. I'm not saying that's true. I didn't research that.
That's your philosophy.
That's just the way I think.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, I think like people repeating, it's hot. It's hot. You're starting to really believe that, and now you're probably feeling it because you believe that you're hot because you keep saying it over. It's no different than manifesting something that you want. You keep
120 degrees.
Well, I'm not saying you didn't manifest the heat.
No, I know what you're saying, Mom.
But how you're perceiving that heat. You're manifesting.
I try to tell him that in some ways too. He'll be like tired and over it and just be ready, just through. Sharique will be through real quick.
Scorpio in me. I don't know.
He be through. I'm like, we gotta thug it out. Like we'll get through this. We'll be stronger on the other side of this. Like he be like, nah.
This ain't it.
Yeah, no, for real.
This is all making me think about the end of the Pootie Tang movie. I don't know if y'all remember watching Pootie
Yeah.
Tang, but he was at the end. He was like, "It's hot outside," and the other dude was next to him like, "Yeah, you know it's hot outside though."
Yeah.
I just kept on repeating them, and I was like, "That's what I'm just getting from this." I'm like, "Okay."
Every time I say
You
it's hot
see
outside,
what I'm
you know it's hot outside.
You know it's hot outside.
You know it's hot outside.
You're like, yeah, I know. You know, we both know.
We programmed,
Yeah.
man. You programming yourself.
Pretty much.
I wonder if it's like a man thing where y'all don't really have a practice of like what doing things for yourself actually looks and feels like. Because I know my practice.
I say for me, it just was a lack of representation of what that looks like.
Okay.
What that would look like
Yeah.
as a guy. Especially, seeing my dad, his
Work.
coping mechanism was working because he was like, I'm going to use these hands, I'm going to do this. And then he come home, either watch BT or sports and smoke about 4-5 backwoods, just blunt and chilling. So I never seen him like get up and find nothing to do. So lack of representation for most of us. Yeah.
You
that's what I
know
was
what?
saying.
Speaking on that though, like my father right now, right? He's older. Some injuries kind of getting in the way, but like he don't have no hobbies. He don't really hang with his friends. You know what I'm saying? He has friends that I know of that I've met. You know what I'm saying? But I've never seen them come over and be like, "Come on, Vic, let's." It was never that. You know what I'm saying? And then, too, a portion of that life was him working at the family restaurant because he was the manager there on the weekends. He worked a full-time job all week.
Yeah.
On the weekends, he was there. He was the nighttime manager. So this is just what I saw. Like you said, I never saw him saying, "Hey, I'm about to go hang out with the fellas." It was, "I'm finna go with my brothers. We got a meeting today. Daddy, can I go?" I'm sitting in the meeting with them. They cussing each other out, then shaking hands, hugging afterwards. This is what I saw. This is what I was raised
The
seeing.
same family?
And I'm over here like, meanwhile, I saw my mama get up. She went here, here, and here.
So, but that's... So, I mean, I didn't see that. That's a good question, though. But I do think about it because I see how it's affecting my dad. And she's always like, "Well, you need to do something for yourself. You need to go." And now I'm seeing him, and now it's like, it's making sense to me.
Like, go
now.
get a hobby or something. Don't you want to go?
Which is crazy because, like, I'm good at building shit. I'm good with my hands. I'm good at doing things,
Your
but I
reflection.
don't take...
And you even got the same color shirts on.
They were wearing the same shirt today when he walked in. I was like,
That's crazy.
We did not plan that, by the way.
No, not at all. Hey, you going that grade today?
no, it's a reflection.
No,
B, what you
for
have to
real.
say about that? Because you said you wanted to answer that question.
We talked about how men first learn like discipline and training through like sports.
Yeah.
And a lot of things he compares to sports, right? And I think, well, how did you get over something? Like, you were trained to be upset. Like, you had to like be upset to get to the goal.
Yeah.
Is that how you think? Like, do you think you have to be upset to finish something or to complete something or to be motivated to go do something? Like, is that, where did that, like, how do you change that mindset? Or remember we was talking about that?
It was, yeah, and that's because I brought that up too another time. When I get upset, things get done. Like, I don't know why it takes me to be at that point, but like once I get upset,
Cause like, it's like you got something to prove, like in a sense, it's like not only to yourself, but I guess whoever's around you. I guess I relate to that. Yeah.
If I've questioned anything about him. He's like, you ain't the first person to question me. You ain't the first person. You ain't the first person to underestimate me. Like, or
Almost
whatever.
like a trauma response.
It's a trauma response.
It
It's like,
is.
but it does fuel him to
Yeah.
get something done or do something. And it is like, y'all need that kind of, that counter motivation, that like, that doubt or that feeling of,
Yeah,
I don't want to say a negative emotion, but
I do it
sometimes
to
it
myself
is.
sometimes just
Yeah.
to motivate myself. Like I'll be like, oh, so that's what they think? There ain't nobody told me nothing.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody said nothing.
I just, okay.
Oh,
I felt the way they looked at me. See that look right there.
That
That's-
look.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Very defensive.
And
Very
then,
defensive.
and now I done motivated myself. Well, I got to get this done now. This they think I ain't gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of that for sure. But I don't know why that is though. But in football, in any sport, it's like controlled aggression, especially football.
Yeah.
But it's you're not out there just to play. Like you running track, basketball. It's like I'm here to beat you. I didn't come out. I did come to have fun, but I'm here to beat you. I'm here to show you that I can dominate you. And it's not like, hey, we buddy. Like I'm here. Like
Afterwards,
my friends, I might get into a fight with my friend on the court because of the competition. Afterwards, it's like, man, you was tripping. Like, yeah, I know, but you be talking shit. You know, is we cool, but on that court, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm better than you. That's all I'm here to do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
That's all it is. That's all it
competition
is.
talk. That's all.
Afterwards, though, we can go hang and do. You know, we good.
Yeah.
Crazy. You
So-
talk like that with the Edible Bunch too.
Well, because it's still compared. Like I still compare things to sports. Like she said, like so, like in sports, you know, you practice every day for that game. You know what I'm saying? That stuff that you see at the game, yeah, that was great, but that came from me practicing all week hard, not just at practice lollygagging. It came from me practicing, preparing for this. You just seeing the result of what I was doing. So it's like, even now, it's like, okay, we want to get to this goal. It don't happen overnight.
Right.
It takes the bricks building. It takes the nights, the long nights. Like when we did plant-based Sundays, man, we was probably up for like 48 hours at a
48
time.
hours.
Oh my goodness.
Like I was still working.
Those 2 days that we were building it, the set, the day before the event, the day of the event, and then closing out the next day.
Yeah, because we still got to clean up all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and then
process.
got to wash dishes when we get home. Like, you know, like, but that is all like, I don't know, in my head, that's me at the gym working out for my game. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because,
Yeah, I get it.
like,
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
that's how I equate everything.
There's different quarters to the
Yeah. Like I equate that to me getting ready for my game.
Okay.
You know, my game is when I'm prepared and that opportunity meets. You know, that's what I'm being prepared for. So, you know, I don't know. It really helps me because the discipline from that is why I have the little bit of discipline I have now. You know? Because it's still hard, you know. But that's why I have it, because of that.
Yeah,
You
he'll
know?
motivate me like that. Like, you the Michael Jordan of these streets. You know,
Okay.
you at this. I'll be like, but I only got 2 hours of sleep. It's okay.
It's okay.
Tomorrow you're going to sleep for 10 hours. I'll be like, you right. Okay. Cool.
I am
He'll motivate
definitely
me
her
like that.
biggest cheerleader, that's for
Uh-huh.
sure.
As you should be.
Yeah.
As you should. I
But
like
you
to
know
see
what's
that.
crazy? It's in our numerology too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
so?
So she's a 1 and I'm a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And when we read up on it, it says that 3s fan the flames of the 1s.
Hmm.
And then we thought about our relationship, and that's
That's what
it's
we is. There's
me
a fire
always.
and an air sign.
Oh yeah, I'm an air sign.
So you are fan of flames.
I'm
Yeah.
literally
Or he
fan
can
of
slaughter
flames.
me out.
Yeah,
Or he
you
can
know,
put me out, or he can lift
Yep.
me up and
Yeah.
all that. So yeah.
get you fired up.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a good balance.
But
Yeah.
this was without us even knowing
each
that.
other.
This was
Yeah.
just already our natural relationship.
You're in alignment.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the innovator. He's a dreamer. I'm the go-getter, the action taker.
It's
And
like,
that's how it
baby,
really
I want to
is.
do this. I think we should do this. And she'd be like, okay, all right. And then she goes to work. Like she just puts action behind it. And it's like, okay, well then let me make your job easier. It's literally what the edible bunch is. It's like she got all the skills. I got the ideas. It's like, baby, let's do this. Let's do this. And I allow her to do that in the manner that she does it. Yeah. And I think that's the thing. It's like, because she has her style. And, you know, she has her methods to doing things. I don't question that stuff. Like, I can cook. But when we in the kitchen, if she say it's supposed to be done like that, do that. I was cooking before. Like, this is kind of offset. So when we met, right? When we met, she told me she worked in the kitchen. But I'm thinking, you know, when I thought kitchen, I'm thinking like Subway, something. I'm not thinking, not that I was questioning. I'm just not thinking she. No, yeah, I'm not thinking she worked at like, cause I worked in room service and I've seen Garmisch, I've seen that. She's telling me she worked at the convention center. I'm not thinking she worked at the Bonefish Grill. She didn't work at these high end. Yeah. Or do I have knowledge of DC and how active it is out there? She's working in DC in the convention center. So I'm not taking that into, not that it mattered, but I'm not taking that into consideration. So when she come out here for our first date, which was literally to go see Kevin Hart, when we met, this was the whole reason why we talked, because I was like, come back out here and I'll take care of everything. We gonna go see Kevin Hart. You just got to get your flight. She like, I just met you. I'm like, I was like, well, the concert is not for 3 months. So we got 3 months to get to know each other. Okay. And she was like, all right, I'll take you up on that. I'm like, okay. So we talked every day for them 3 months. She come out here and we supposed to go see Kevin Hart. Flight get delayed, all kind of shit. I got a limo coming. I done bought tickets for me, her, my sister, and her best friend. And so I decided I'm going to cook dinner because we going to have dinner. She going to meet my parents, and we going to go to this concert, right? This was expectation. This was expectation. Okay. Because the flight got delayed, but I did make dinner. So, right, I know I can cook. My family can cook. So I made this salmon with the chopped up, I made like a little mix. I butterflied the salmon, made a little mix out of shrimp and crab and like cream cheese with some dill and put it in the middle of the salmon. So, you know, I had some like wild rice and some asparagus and shit. And I'm like, yeah, she love this shit. She'll be like, this nigga can cook.
Yeah. That's what he thought.
She was like, this is good. Mind you, she had to rush and eat it because the limo was already there. Yeah. She just got off the plane, so she had to rush and eat it. She was like, this is good. So just fast forward.
Wait. I just want to speak on that part. So I was getting dressed because everybody was already dressed there and waiting. I didn't know I was meeting the whole entire family. Kids.
My daughters happened to be there.
The kids, his parents, his cousin, his sister.
It wasn't expected.
Sister wife, sister best friend. Like everybody was there. It's our first date, by the way. So I get there and I'm like, oh, hello, everybody. I'm changing clothes in the bathroom. He brings the plate to me in the bathroom.
Not in the bathroom.
Well, because we had to leave the limo.
The limo was there already.
After he picked me up, we pull in, the limo was already there as soon as we got to the house. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm in there. He gives me the food. I'm like, he cute. Like, did he make this? And they're talking about it. I'm like, let me see if this is even, like, it was nice. It was nice. It was cute. I ate it. It was good. Could have been better. But it was good. I was very surprised because I never had a man cook for me before. As a female, as a chef, he didn't know who I actually was or what I did. But in my hometown, as a chef, they knew, like all my friends and the guys that I dated, they knew what I was in. They knew, they just saw. So they always expected me to cook. I never did. But for him to cook for me on the first date, I was like, He had a limo. He done picked me up. We're going to see Kevin Hart. He done cooked for me. He had prosciutto wrapped asparagus, some salmon, some wild rice, and shit. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I thought I was doing something.
That was cute.
And then we went to, was it in Virginia? Yeah, I went to Virginia to go see her the next time, and she cooked for me. And I taste the food, and I was like, why you do me like that? make it seem like, man, that shit was so good.
I don't remember what I made.
I think, like,
What did
literally,
I
I'm
make?
not exaggerating. I probably had one dish from her, and it was just a little too salty, and I was like, that's it. But like, she would take stuff out the refrigerator and create a whole meal out of. When you look in there, you like, there ain't nothing in here to eat. She didn't come back with a plate looking like we went to the store and bought the groceries for this meal. But yeah, I just felt really like she could have told me. Like I didn't realize her skills was, on that level. Yeah, but yeah.
You were sleeping a little bit.
I was.
But the point was you did what you had to do
I did.
to prove to make your point.
Exactly.
That you are willing to put in the work.
Exactly.
And the effort.
Exactly.
Even if it's not your strongest area.
Even-
Which you thought
right.
it was. Though.
Which I thought it was. I thought, yes.
He
Like,
thought he
I
was
go
big
down.
pimping.
I thought
He
it was.
He thought he was big pimping.
I thought it
He did.
definitely did.
For a first date, that was pretty cool.
That's a really good first date. I mean, you met the whole family.
The whole family, and we
How-
stayed at the Mandalay Bay. That was cool too.
Okay.
Good. How'd y'all decide that you were going to blend your vision and your skill together to form a business? Where'd that come
That
from?
came a little bit over time because while we were talking, long distance, he told me his restaurant idea. So I was like, well, you need a business plan. You need a mission statement. You need a vision statement. You need your numbers. You need a menu. Things like, I don't think nobody was telling him, or did somebody tell you that?
Nobody was.
How
telling
did you
me
know
that.
all this? Were you already an entrepreneur?
No, I've been in the coding industry since high school.
Okay.
But when we were in the Voltech, we had to do like a small menu, small business plan. I also went to the Art Institute of Virginia Beach, but I was
Okay.
there for fashion retail management. And my favorite class there was our business class because we had to study 2 different companies and understand their selling points, their whole business plan, and then make our own business plan of my business.
Yeah.
So I was like, you need a business plan. You need to kind of put those things together. And he was doing that for something that was not including me at all. When I moved here, his family was trying to start like another little business type thing. And I told him, if I get involved, trust and believe I'm that type of person that might take over, or because I know who I am. I know I'm going to be like, let's do this, let's do this, let's do that. So if you don't want me to do that, then I'm not, like, I'm gonna help you and give you your advice, but I'm not going to take over because I know that's what that is. Those things, their idea didn't take off. So we started making edibles for his dad. Because he wanted his dad to stop smoking. And we was like, we can do this as a business. Like, okay, cool, no problem. Then we started cooking. We started to become vegan. And he was like, we can really sell this food. And I said, you know what, we can really, really sell this food. And we went from the edible bunch, the edibles as making edible bunch to making edible bunch as a plant-based business. But yeah. I mean,
it was a transition though. Like that one. What she said was like this, but
that was
like this.
that was over years. I'm sorry, I just kind of made it
she just
small,
put
but
it
it
all
was
together.
over years. Yeah,
No, 'cause
probably
it
within.
It was the whole thing of my dad going through his health issues that kind of started the edibles, and then us doing the research on why people was going vegan. I think that kind of caused us to start being like questioning what we was eating. And then we watched What the Health, and that was like,
What the health did it?
yeah,
Boy,
that was it.
That was a seal on it.
I would never give you eggs ever again. I would not let you eat eggs like you smoked 3
Man,
cigarettes. I will not.
You know, like, what the health
What the
made us
health-
vegan when
yeah,
we were
no,
vegan.
for real.
It
That was,
did.
we was reading about it, but after watching that, it was like, yeah, we done with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I can't do it.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Yeah.
So like experiences, that's how I kind of know.
Okay.
Just basis. I don't know. Can't go deep dive into all that,
But you had an
especially in the
idea.
beginning. But I had an idea. Like, that's what you want to do. Again, his idea.
Right.
If I was there, we would do it. And actually, when we first started, like, putting the Edible Bunch business plan and actually filing for a license department, I was the one that I was doing that.
Yeah.
He was working full time, and I went and You know, me and our other business partner.
Had the baby, yeah. So she was off most of the time. That was like her primary thing, to make sure we get up and running.
Create the menus, create the look. Me and our other business partner worked hand on hand, even down to plant-based Sundays.
Okay.
It was me and our business partner. He was like, because he was working, so he had to make sure our household was stable.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is what we got going on today, babe. This is your activities. This is what your action items on your list, what you need to take care of. Maybe like 2 or 3 things, but everything else, it was like, no, this is how we gonna do the table. This is how I'm gonna do the table. This is how we gonna do this. And then just be like, okay, I got you.
Yeah. Plant-based Sundays, for those that don't know, was your big, like, that was a big event, a series of events that you had monthly on Sundays, right? Where you brought so many different people in the community together. You had vendors, you had service providers, you had performers. There was like a lot happening. What was the process of bringing that to life? Where'd that come from?
We wanted to launch the Edible Bunch. We were not fully into the vegan community. I'm not from Vegas, so I kind of wanted to be involved. And our business partner, he was like, we need to do a launch party. So we're thinking kind of small. So we started to do like these things called lunch and munch. Okay. And it used to be at his house on the west side. And we were inviting a couple of our friends over, and we would create small little platters on the table and little drinks here and there. And we would kind of just vibe out and talk. And there'll be a bonfire outside at a house, mind you. And we were like, okay, we're kind of gaining some exposure, exposure. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this whole party. He wanted to create his Love Jones idea with our plant-based food, so we kind of mashed those up together. And then we wanted to create a health and wellness event along with that, but also bring awareness to what cannabis can do for your health, because we have like a speakeasy in the back too. So Starbase was a new place that kind of just opened up event center. We partnered with them to do plant-based Sundays. And this idea was to launch our menu and let people taste it in the community. Have vendors that we never really met before, or some of his friends that were artists, or because Dizzy Wright hosts one of the events, or even painters, some of friends that were there. And then, of course, Moss, our photographer, was there, and we kind of just made it into a 4-part series. And we got the city involved, we got a lot of sponsors involved, a lot of cannabis brands involved. Just people that we literally just met or we connected with, and we brought them
it was just all aligning at that time. I mean, we had just met y'all not too long before that happened. So like everything, it was just lining up for that. But Plant-Based Sundays, it's a health and wellness fair, basically. It's just putting a fun twist on health and wellness. And I think it was good at that time because we just had COVID. You know, and more people are being more health conscious now. So it just made sense.
The timing was really good.
Plant-Based Sundays was dope. It's gonna come back, but it was
definitely
it was really dope.
That back.
Thank y'all.
Y'all
were actually like our not our first sponsors, but our main reoccurring sponsors through the month, and that was really cool. You guys had your own room where people was able to do the aura photos. They had Reiki, you had crystals and stuff. Massage, Then you did the movement in the beginning, the sound bubbles in the beginning,
the breath work. What a time! What a time!
Everybody said it was good for them, you know. And vendors, you know, because we didn't overcrowd it.
You didn't.
No, it was perfect.
It was really concentrated, you know. So definitely want to do that again.
So what comes next for the Edible Bunch, and what comes next for y'all?
A baby.
Oh. Okay. You gonna have this boy.
I'm gonna have this baby. And you know what? I'm gonna have this baby probably, and I'm speaking into existence, probably gonna manifest it. But I'm probably gonna have this baby, not saying that we're gonna take off, but the next major step. Like it might be like 3-4 bricks layered, and then this baby just gonna come right before that, because
confirmation.
The cycle that we've been in too.
The
and we can see
aligns.
the cycles repeating. Like even to the point where we're staying now, we were staying in a similar place when it all started. and like we can see the cycle. So it's like now that we can identify that though, we can make it better this time.
Yeah.
You know, because we know we in that cycle.
Yeah.
You know, so
Feel it.
So how long you got?
I don't know how long we got.
we've been talking about it, and it's been manifesting itself. I can say that much because we've been talking more and more, and I feel like I don't know. I'm starting to feel like it's time.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna have this boy.
Personal.
So personally,
that's where.
that's what's next.
That's probably what's next.
Business wise, I'll let you answer that.
Well, you know, business wise, I see us going to our next level. You know, right now I'm currently identifying different ways for us to expand and grow. And still stay aligned with what we're doing. So, whether that's a food truck, a ghost kitchen, brick and mortar, whether we team up with another company and buy a brick and mortar and have both in the same spot, those are the things that I'm identifying right now. You know, and then just making sure that we're right on the business end, you know, because it's great to go and do all that, but, you know, capital is the main thing. And in order for us to get capital, I want to take away all my barriers. You know, I don't want things holding me back, whether that's credit or my business plan being done, whatever it may be. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I mean, that's kind of my job in the Edible Bunch, is to make sure we're scaling and we're not. And no disrespect to any moms and pops businesses, but I don't want to be a moms and pops business. You know, so I want to make sure we're always progressing and growing the business and moving, you know, and not getting stagnant and getting comfortable, because it's easy. Like when we making good money, it's easy to get stagnant and just doing the food. But the food is not the only thing. You know, it's the business part of it. So the food is fun. That's when we get to go talk to people and do what she loves to do, which is cook, and I get to talk, which is what I love to do. So, but yeah, so business wise, that's where it is. It's really just seeing what's gonna be the next best move for us.
I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Did you guys have to, I wouldn't say have to, but have you guys ever like interchange your energies? And I'll give you an example. So fire and air. And right now we're working through switching our energies. I'm like, I need you to be, if you desire for me to be at a more calm level to work with the flow, I need you to be that fire. Because I will be that if that's not present. So we're kind of not intentionally, but flowing through, switching energies from time to time. Has that ever happened with you guys?
We're opposites too. So he's water and I'm earth.
Okay.
But looking at his chart, and we actually spent time last week looking at every planet in his chart and where it kind of falls, where every sign is and what houses and everything like that. He's mostly water and earth, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm mostly earth and water. And so we both don't have very much fire in our charts, or very much air in our charts either. And so we kind of naturally flip back and forth. Like I'll be the emotional one, and he'll be it's cool, it's gonna work out. We're gonna get it together. Like he'll be grounded, or he'll be the emotional one, and I'm the one that's like, okay, you know, we working with our strengths here. Like things are working in our favor. We just have to be patient and see everything kind of as it's unfolding. I think that I'm more so in a water space for my life right now, because I am doing more flowing. I am doing more balancing out of energies. When I notice things are like on fire, I'm hitting it with water instead of letting it destroy my earth. You know?
Got you.
And it feels like a lot of what has been kind of happening around us has been very like fast and hot and just chaotic in a way. And so we've both been tapping into, I think, just balance groundedness and emotion. We are really a reflection of each other a lot of the times too, and that's probably because of how much time we spend together.
Yeah.
But when things are like crazy
It
outside,
could be a little disarray.
we are good. Like we
Yeah.
find ways to be good throughout all of that. And what do you think?
I would say we naturally find our way ourselves swapping roles, like, because she's very good at like communicating like what she's feeling, what she's going through. Because like I'm able to receive those things and be like, all right, how can I operate, I guess, in my fire, if you will, as best as I can, while she's trying to figure out other things. And then like speaking on to how she was saying like things are moving fast. She's been the more grounded person as of lately, because I'm trying to like dish out, like, make sure her videos are good, but also make sure I'm creating content for myself. Find a time to be creative. Like I was able to like solder a few days ago because I finally had like a window to be like, all right, let me operate in a hobby that's not requiring me to like have to push some content out after doing. So like just finding fun in that, and just finding my creative space, so that way we can both have balance and like what brings us joy and balance on a day-to-day basis.
It's been a very watery period, I think, for both of us.
Okay.
We're just kind of going with the flow, and that's because we've been grinding so hard for so many years, for so long, that now we're taking a step back and we're just chilling and we're focusing on ourselves. So we're building up our foundation, like building up our health, getting our physical right, so that we're not feeling so depleted when we do have to expend energy.
Right.
Like we're making sure that we're enjoying ourselves, resting. I'll check in with him if I can see. You can see with him what he's feeling. Like if he's feeling overwhelmed, you can see it. You can see if he's stressed, and he hasn't been the most vocal when he experiences things. So I have to literally be like, what is happening?
What's
What's the problem? Like, what are you going through right now? Like, tell me what's happening right now.
Right.
Or even like me bringing up his chart. It was like, okay, it says you have this and this. What do you think about that? How does that show up for you in your life? Camera just turned off. But it's really, it's important for us, especially how we navigate conflict together too. It's important for us to understand where our strengths are, like where his strengths are, where my strengths are. My strength is usually practicality and rationalism, and his strength is usually like trust and going with the flow. And so balancing those two and using it to make us stronger, not using them against each other.
Yeah, because I do trust the process. I'm a firm believer if you're good at something, like you already in practice, there's no reason to now spend the rest of your remaining days of your life to just continue on like at least the intensity that you do it, because once you actually sit down and focus on that thing, you're going to give your 100% to it. You're going to complete it. So there's no reason to like keep going so hard at that thing when once you put it down, it's going to be fine, because once you pick it back up,
you got it.
it's going to take off.
You've already planted the seed.
So I trust the process, but I also want to have like a little bit of her mindset, like if we're going to do it, let's spend at least a few hours at that thing that we're good at, and then leave the rest of leave the rest of the day to like either chill or maybe even plan something new, or have like that off day where you can plan some stuff and then chill and have a plan. So it's like we're figuring out that method for us, like maybe getting orders done in the beginning of the week, so now we got the rest of the week to focus on content. We can make content for her page so people can get more personable with her and allow her to grow and allow us to grow. So.
We can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's kind of what we're doing right now. We just manifesting our time. Like these days for us, we created that. She ended up getting a raise to make up for the day that she was taking off, the extra day.
Because I was working 5 days, and I was like, I need that middle day. I need a day with you all.
Yeah, because like she worked what,
Monday through Friday.
7 to 3, 7 to 4.
7 to 5.
I work 6 to 2.
Yeah.
So she's getting off at like 4:30. I'm picking up Riri, pick her up from work. When they get home, we're talking as I'm getting dressed for work.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happened today. Oh, okay, all right, baby. I'll see you later. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it was like that. I mean, it's cool. Again, my mindset is we're working towards something, but then it's like, damn, I'm not really getting time with her. Like we just kind of like, hey, hi, bye. You know what I'm saying? When I come home, she sleep. The baby sleep. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The baby sleep. I'm just sitting there looking at them. You know what I'm saying? But,
it is. Or I might
because when they wake up, when they wake up, I'm asleep. So they'll both come in there and be like, hey, babe. Or Riri or Daddy, hey. And I'm like, hey, all right.
Like, you want to come with us to take her to school? You going to come here and take her to work? He's like, I can tell he's tired, but he's like, I really want to see you for a minute before we go.
I'll get up.
And then we'll have like a 30-minute meeting in the car before
I love it.
before I walk into work type of thing.
That's not the way we.
It's not the way we want
But
it.
that's kind of in that moment what was going on. That's how we had to
we
do
had
it.
to make this day happen for us, you know. And now, like you said, we kind of get up, we kind of talk about what's going on business-wise, personally, financially, and then like that, we gonna take the day and we probably gonna go get us some lunch and just chill. You know,
we was gonna go to the pool, but I'm like, let's go home and cuddle and eat.
The weather,
you know, that's what it's giving, right? You know?
That's what it's giving, the cuddle and eat time. Watch catch up on some movies or something.
Hang out with the family. There you go.
And that's
and Riri's gone for the summer.
Man, she'll be back in 2 weeks.
So
now you're missing that.
The countdown. You know what?
I shouldn't have let her stay that long.
I'm actually missing her now. Like,
yeah,
because we talked to her this morning, and I'm like, I just missed that energy. Like Riri wake up in full conversation.
No, for real.
That's how I know if she's sick, because she won't be talking. Like she wake up like. So I dreamed about this and this and this and that.
Yes.
And then yesterday. So yesterday, and then man, she just full conversation, bro. Like that shit crazy, but yeah.
We call her the twin of the edible bunch.
Yeah, because same age,
same age, all that. She's also a Gemini. She's like literally both of us. She's very talkative like him, but she's a go-getter like me. She's also a dreamer, and she's a creator. She's a lot, like a whole lot. I'm very proud of her.
We love Riri.
Yeah.
She also told us that she was gonna have a little brother when she turned 5. So
she told you that?
She told us that when she was like 3 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. She say a lot of stuff that be happening.
Yeah, she's like, Mama, I just can't wait to grow up. I'm like, why? Because I want to be a mommy. I think I would be a good mommy.
She be saying stuff.
I'm like, sure, you're 6 years old, but when I go to college, I'm just going to go out and, what are you talking about?
Like my house, having her visions early, you know?
No, for real. Like, what is going on? Really?
That's crazy.
But yeah.
She sees it.
Yeah, she do.
Yeah.
She trusting it.
Already unfolding. Well, this was beautiful, y'all. We appreciate you taking the time to come and sit with us, chop it up, get to know you on a deeper level, too, because we don't always get to talk to both of you deeply. It's always one or the other, because, we be working, right?
Really.
But now we see you both. Hopefully we get to do this again, have you back on, or we could go hiking or do the things we said we were going to do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we got 1 week left. So our next Wednesday we ain't planned yet.
Okay.
There's nothing on the books.
Okay, we can, let's fill that in.
Today.
Today.
On the calendar invite today. Before I leave today.
It's getting real personal.
I'm saying, because somebody might hit me up and be like, you free on Wednesday? I'm like, yeah.
Somebody might,
Okay, she be ready to go.
You're not free on Wednesday.
Yeah,
you are now booked on Wednesday, whether it's on the calendar or not. But this has been wonderful, y'all. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course.
Thank you.
As we always say when we sign off, healing starts when you stop pretending that you don't need it. Until next time, y'all, it's Healing in Progress.
Peace. Bye.